Hey everybody, Joel here from Lathed Back Design. I'm going to show you today how to size your Begleri cord for your hand. So some of you may be new to this, some of you may be fairly experienced on it. One thing you're going to learn with Begleri is that the cord is really important. So you're going to have, there's varying schools on it. There's people who want longer lengths, there's people who want shorter lengths. But there is a starting point you need just to be able to learn your fundamentals. So today I'm going to show you that starting point here, just so you've got at least a good base. You can start working on your first tricks and rolls, and then you kind of find your preference from there. So when you open up the package here, you give it a little tear on the top, and this is what you're going to find inside. You get it all pretty set up. You get a nice little sticker for the company with it. Feel free to tack that anywhere you want to advertise us. We definitely appreciate it. Take a picture of it, tag us on Instagram with it too, and you may get a little surprise for it. Also inside, we do give you instructions to show you how to do all of this, as well as your few first basic tricks and everything. So it's pretty good in that sense. Nice and straightforward. You can teach everyone from a child all the way up to an adult who wants to play around and just keep from being bored. Now, you also get the set of Begleri pre-strung on a cord, and it's a long one. Like, that's way longer than I'd ever even play with, but I give enough in here that, if you've got large hands, if you've got small hands, it doesn't matter. You got enough cord to deal with it. And then I'll also give you the second one here. Now we'll go over the second one in a few minutes. You'll notice right away it's fairly stiff compared to the other one. Some cord comes with more strands inside than other cords, so I'm going to show you how to deal with that. But first, let's show you how to do a basic setup and get size to your hand. Now, here's your Begleri right here. You've got your cup and your ball. Obviously you can kind of understand what to do with it. It's pretty intuitive, but it also lets you do a whole bunch of roll functions and learn Begleri moves along with just trying to keep your hands busy. So first thing first, you want to check the Begleri cord to your hand. You want to start right at the top like that, kind of right around where your knuckles are. Give it a little pinch there, and then go down to the bottom of the other side of your hand here. Just give it a pinch. It doesn't have to be exactly there, exactly here, just right around approximately that. Now take that, fold it in half, and that's going to be your starting point. Now, take that bead, put it back to that one there, and you'll kind of see it. Now, if you want to double check and make sure, like I said, it's all in preference, but some people do have, larger fingers versus their hand. Everyone's kind of built a little different. So just to make sure you can get your fundamentals, before you cut that off, put it in your fingers up near the top of your knuckles, give it a wrap around your fingers, and just make sure that that gives you enough cord to be able to come up and out. Now, optimally, to start, you want anywhere between, a 1/4 inch off there, all the way up to a 1/2 inch extra. So anywhere in that kind of range is going to give you a good starting point there. So we'll take where we were at there, give the cord a little snip. Now, this is where it's adult assembly required. You need to use scissors and you need to use a lighter for this. So kids under 8, don't be doing this. Even children over 8, please, please, please see your parents to get this built, and be very cautious. So after you've got that cut here, you want to take your lighter, strike it up, and just give it a little melt on the end. You'll see the cord start to melt almost right away, and you just want to get a nice little ball on there that's bigger than the cord itself. These things have a hole in them where it's pretty much sized that it won't let that through as long as it's bigger than the cord. So you let that cool, you'll see it pretty glazy there if you let it cool off for a second. So give a blow or two on it. You'll see it start to solidify and harden up. Once it's nice and hard, give it a little touch, just make sure that it's actually hard there, and you should be good to go. So you can pull it through, same thing, wrap around that finger, make sure you've got enough room, and also check the hand. As long as you're about double that distance, you're good to start. Now, that's the fun thing, is there's a lot of different stall elements and final ways that you can end your Begleri combos with it. And for those of you who are new to Begleri, it can teach you a lot about how to actually get that motion rolling. Just with the basis of you already have the basic fundamental. You've got one piece in one hand, and you're trying to get the other one with momentum flipped up and catching in the other. So that will intuitively start you into your first roll motions. The nice thing is they're plastic, they're lightweight, so you can literally just sling them and throw them wherever you want. Now, say you don't like this cord option here and you want something a little different. You can go up to the other cord we've given. It's a little more colorful. It's actually a little bit thinner than the other cord, but it is stiffer. Now, if you find that's too stiff but you still want to use it, this is the best option of what you can do. Take your scissors, clip one end off, because they come pre-burnt. They're not going to come apart on you. You have to clip these ends off so that you can take them apart. So clip the ends off there. You'll see right away, inside it's frayed and you've got cord strands with it. Now, what you want to do, hopefully it's focusing here for you guys, get a hold of a couple of those cord strands and kind of give it a little pull. There we go. So now you can see we've got 5 cord strands in that one. So you can experiment around with how many you pull out to make this thing a little bit softer for you, but I find, at least in personal experience, the best that you can do is just to pull out 2. So pinch at the bottom here, make sure that you hold those other cord strands in the cord, get a good hold of these 2 and give it a pull. It'll be tight at a few points, so you might have to let off and redo, but you'll get it out of there. Now if it gets stuck like that, just give it a little pull back, and then same thing, pull again. It can wrap around the other pieces of string as it comes through, but you can definitely get this out of there. And sometimes even if it gets stuck, you can just grab hold of one, give one a good pull. There we go, there's 1 out. Grab the other one, and there's 2 out. So that was pretty much a worst case scenario of how hard it's going to be to get the cord out of this. It's really not that bad. Now remember, for every bit that you have standing out here, you've pulled that much out on the back side here. So before you reburn it, cut off about 1 inch, and then cut off this side nicely. Take your lighter again, give it a little torch. Remember, you've got to shove it back through the Begleri, so just enough so it doesn't fray and fall apart on you. And there you go. Now you have a nice, lightweight 275 cord that's colorful. Now the best part about this is, like I said, it's all in preference. You can pull out 1 strand, you can pull out 2, you can pull out 3, you can pull them all out if you want it to be really soft but still have that nice kind of a flexible belt to it. It gives you a lot of varying options in here. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy. We'll definitely be doing some more release videos on this afterwards, of course, some more tricks and gimmicks that you can come up with. And I might as well showcase at the end here as well. One nice thing about this product is we have the ability to use it as a 5A counterweight. So as you can see here, I've got strung up, I've got a knot tied at either end just to keep them tight, but if you want, you can do it as a double dice routine too and keep those not tied and separate so that this one can float independently. But yeah, it gives you a pawn-shaped 5A counterweight. It comes in at 7 grams, like we said, for the sets. We also have titanium versions coming to this, and the nice thing about the titanium is you could potentially have the option of putting a plastic ball with a titanium cup behind for a little more flaring color, but not have to worry as much about the contact of the titanium with your 5A yo-yo. So yeah, it gives you a lot of options to play here. We've got a lot more to come. We really hope you enjoy. Bye for now.